Hello, this is nice math problem. X factorial over 6 factorial is equal 7 factorial and we have to find the value of x. So let's start. Solution. The given equation is x factorial over 6 factorial is equal 7 factorial. Now we will multiply both sides by 6 factorial. So we can write x factorial over 6 factorial multiply 6 factorial is equal 7 factorial times 6 factorial. Here this 6 factorial and this 6 factorial cancel out. Here x factorial is equal 7 factorial times 6 factorial. X factorial is equal, we know 7 factorial is 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, and this 6 factorial is 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Here 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 times this 6 times this 5 times this 4 times this 2 is equal 8 times this 3 times this 1 is equal, we can write this 8 fastly. So we can write here 8 times this 7 times this 6 times this 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 times this 6 times this 5 times this 3 times this 1. Here 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times this 3 times this 3 is equal 9 times this 2 times this 1 times this 6 times this 5 times this 1. At first we will write this 9. So you can write here 9 times this 8 times this 7 times this 6 times this 5 times this 4 times this 2 times 1 times 6 times this 5 times 1. Here 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times this 5 times 4 times this 2 times 5 is equal 10 times this 1 times this 6 times this 1. At first we will write this 10. So you can write here 10 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times, here 1 times, we can write this 6 as 3 times 2. 3 times 2 is equal to 6 times this 1. Here 10 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times this 3 times this 2 times this 1 times 1 is equal 1. Here 10 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 is equal 10 factorial. So here we can write x factorial is equal 10 factorial. Therefore, this x is equal 10. This is our final answer. Thanks for watching the video. Please like, comment, share and subscribe.